Welcome to a brand new episode of TVGP's Critical Misses. I'm your host, Boston, and joining me as always is Moonpeer.
Hello.
We're here for our fourth and not yet final episode of this season.
Yachtnet.
Yachtnet.
That's a
Yep.
really cool internet that the billionaires have.
Exactly. Yeah, it sounds really cool, but it's pretty problematic.
I
We're
was going
here.
to say it must be a problematic source
That's
of
right.
information.
That's right. We're here to watch Blue Beetle. You'll be surprised to find out this movie also came out in 2023. Who would have guessed it? The most.
What year did the final movie come out again, Boston?
You know what? It's weird. It came out in 2023. who who would have guessed? Not me.
It's almost like they were saying, "We're done. Let's just get this out the door."
Yeah, just push them all out the door, man. Doesn't even matter. And that's the thing that I'm interested the most in for Blue Beetle. I feel like this is the movie I've heard the least about, sort of culturally, out of this collection of the end of the DCEU.
Yes.
I think part of that might be because of my lack of knowledge of Blue Beetle in general.
That was going to be my question. Was how much do you know about Blue Beetle?
I don't think I know anything. I'm curious to see, once I get into the movie, are there things that I have watched or read that Blue Beetle has been in that I don't remember? It's like, oh, he was palling around with a bunch of other people, or oh, he was in Gotham City for a little bit, and I read an issue or two where he was in there. But I don't remember anything from Blue Beetle that I can think of off the top of my head. Are you someone who had some knowledge of Blue Beetle going in?
So the only knowledge I have on Blue Beetle is the Smallville Blue Beetle, which is relatively close to the comic books.
Okay.
From what I understand, that is. You tell me, what do you know about his characters? Where does he get his name from?
I have no idea. The only thing I can figure, assume, presume maybe is I bet his outfit looks beetle-ish, or he has like beetle arms or something. I normally I say, hey, we don't look at posters beforehand. I looked at the art for this thing. I still can't make hide nor hair of what I'm even looking at here in the movie poster, so that's not giving me a...
Yeah, it's very weird, we'll say.
Yeah. A lot of like 2000s future sort of thing, like what 2025 would have looked like into the year 2000.
Yeah.
But beyond that, nothing. I've no idea.
So I know. Do you know? Okay, let's start. Well, let's try the powers. Do we know his powers? Do you have any guesses on his powers?
Since it's a comic book thing, I always have to assume that the name of the hero has to have some relation to their power. But then,
Superman,
right,
Aquaman,
Batman,
the Flash.
Yeah. But Blue Beetle, I'm gonna assume he's probably blue. I'm hoping for that one. That seems like the center square in a bingo card. And then Beetle, I don't know. Like, is it a cool character that has a bad name? I genuinely have no idea.
Okay. I know, like I said, I know some things about this, but I'd rather not say anything.
Yeah.
And let you go in as blind as humanly possible.
Right.
I will say I don't know if I was going to mention this at the second part of the last episode, but I don't know if it's continued or not. But James Gunn has discussed the fact that this Blue Beetle is a part of the new DC universe
Right. Right.
and should continue with the same actor and everything, but it's also now been 2 years with not a breath being spoken about this Blue Beetle, so who
Sure.
knows at this point?
Yeah, so like I guess the question could be, is this the beginning of the Blue Beetle and the kind of maybe softening of the border between the DCEU and the DCU? Or is it going to be like, well, I like that guy that played the Blue Beetle. We're going to reboot all of his stuff in the DCU, and then
Mhm.
it's the same guy. He did a great job, but we're just going to start back over here. I'll be curious to see as the
Yeah.
DCU gets settled and starts everything sort of starts shaking loose at the beginning. Um, where we kind of land on the first steps of the DCU. Because if I remember correctly, just like some of the other movies, and sort of as 2023 marched on, it was clearer and clearer, even 1 or 2 months past some of the previous movies, the DCU
Mhm.
was done. And it was like
Yes.
that picture was getting, we've talked about it in previous episodes of like, hey, James Gunn took over and blah blah blah. But I think as we get to August of 2023 when Blue Beetle is here, I think we then start seeing more explicit conversations in the press from James Gunn saying like, yeah, that's not, you should go see those movies, but that's not what I'm making. So,
Yes.
not, these movies weren't necessarily put out to pasture, but there was a very clear, like, almost don't worry about these movies when they came out. Of just like, yeah,
Yeah.
this is the end of the DCEU. Don't worry about it. So I wonder how
So
much
I
of my lack of osmosis for this movie was a reaction to that of, well, why would I go
True.
see Blue Beetle? Like, none of it's going to connect to anything. Like, it just kind of doesn't matter at this point.
And this is also, unfortunately, our first origin story of this season.
Okay. Because we shockingly didn't really get one with the Flash, which
Mm-hmm.
I was expecting us to do of like, well, Batman's going to get one and Flash is going to get one. And, like it's, and I thought
Yeah.
when we were talking about the last movie, Blue Beetle would get at least maybe a little bit of a one, or like we ran into this kid who loves Beetles and the
Mm-hmm.
color blue. Wink, like check out the next movie.
Wink. Yeah,
But we didn't even get that.
that is true.
Yeah.
So we got one origin story this season, bro,
Okay.
and then that feels weird to say in a superhero season with 5 movies in.
Well, and I'm gonna hope that our next episode for Aquaman is not going to be an origin story. If it is,
We had that. We had that in Aquaman 1.
right.
We had the whole shebang.
Yep. If we're gonna do it again, we're gonna have larger issues here.
Yes.
So, what do you know about this movie? Because this is one of the ones you have not seen, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
This is also, I haven't seen any of them except for whatever the first one we watched. What
Mm-hmm.
was the first movie? My brain is cheese. What was the first one we watched?
That one, the good one, the not Shazam. It was the one before that. It's been a
Yeah.
it's been a long
Oh, Black Adam. There we go.
Black
There we
Adam.
go.
That's the super memorable. the
Uh,
cough cough.
so I know some things about this. I don't know if the comic book character has never been portrayed as such, but they hired a young Mexican actor,
Okay.
Latin American actor to play the titular Blue Beetle,
Mm-hmm.
which was very problematic for some circles of the internet, we'll say.
You can just say white men and Nazis.
Yes,
Yeah.
those groups.
Yep.
Who Ignore common
Yeah,
canon.
clutching their
Go away.
pearls.
Yes, clutching the 5,000 years of representation.
That's right. So good.
Like, I'm sorry, it's just true.
Yep.
Like, deal with it. There's a Mexican on the screen.
There's
Who
a
cares?
woman in my comic book. How dare you?
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. Yep. That kind of crowd.
Yep.
But I don't know if the Blue Beetle themselves have ever been portrayed as such.
Mm-hmm.
But I know they had a problem with this, and part of the whole quote unquote bring back Scott Snyder because everything was true and good and white when he was
Yep.
around.
Yep.
I deliberately used the term white instead of right
Yes.
for that phrase.
Yep.
Yeah, that's pretty much it, to be honest.
Yeah. My expectations going into this is that we're probably going...
Especially after The Flash.
Right.
I am very interested in this because I was expecting The Flash to be 100% poo-poo bananas.
And it was
And
fine.
it was passable.
Yeah. My expectation going into this is we're going to get another, not the biggest budget DCEU movie, but we're going to get another, like, it's good enough and it's fun enough and it's a fine enough ride, and it's probably a 90-minute to 2-hour long straightforward action movie, and it will just be okay. If we get something more than that, super great. But at this point, I'm just kind of buckled in, being like, this ride will be fine, and that's okay. They don't all need to be Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Yes. In fact, they probably shouldn't all be
for
Zack Snyder's Justice League.
a lot of reasons. Yeah.
I want to use the web browser. If I wanted to use the app, I would have the app installed. You strange, everything needs to be an app these days thing.
That's right.
Okay. So, what was the budget for this movie, Boston?
What was the budget for this movie? If I remember correctly, The Flash's budget was really high.
Let me check that too while we're at it.
Because I want to say The Flash's budget was around $200 million.
How much of that was reshoots?
Uh-huh. the $100 million question.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna
Kidding about that amount. Yeah, 200 million estimated for The Flash.
I'm gonna say this is probably around 80 to 100 million.
For an unknown character in the DC like comic book canon.
Yeah.
You think they're gonna throw 80 to 100 million at it?
I think so. Because I think
You're right. It's 104 million. You're right.
I got it. I'm getting better. Here we go. Because I feel like
hey, Boston.
Yeah.
I hate to do this.
Yeah.
What was the budget for District 9?
District 9? I'm going to throw something out there wild and say it's between $1 and $5 million.
So it was an estimated budget of 30 million for District 9.
30 million. Wow.
If you haven't seen District 9, please.
Yeah.
Please.
That's
Go
way
watch
more
that
than
movie.
I would have expected.
Like, that is an incredible movie. But,
Yeah.
okay, so it's $104 million for the Blue Beetle. What do you think the runtime of this bad boy is, Boston?
I say it's probably... I don't think for an origin movie we're hitting 90 minutes. I bet it's an hour... It's 2 hours and change. It's like 2 hours and like no more than 130 minutes.
Did you...
Moon just
For the
looked at his
listeners,
phone.
I was looking down and then looking up at my phone, up at the camera for a while there.
Uh-huh.
Have you got a separate monitor with a Google page up for this?
No.
127 minutes.
Okay, do you want the winning lottery numbers
too long.
for today?
Yes, please. In fact, if I could have that for the 2 weeks ago when it was 1 billion, that would have been
Yeah.
great.
Okay.
That's insane.
I have a
Okay,
question for
okay.
you. Is Helen
Uh-huh.
Mirren in this movie?
I hope not. I
Okay.
hope not, considering she was in one of them already this
It would
season.
be really great if she was playing two different characters in two different movies in the same season of DCEU.
Uh-huh.
Can't get that lucky. One of these
No,
seasons.
can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, we are just not that good or lucky or fortunate to be anywhere near it.
Yeah. All right. Any final thoughts here for Blue Beetle?
I don't know. Hopeful? Question mark?
Curious, I think, about
Uh,
a lot of what we're gonna watch.
Regretting this season, followed by the next season.
Yeah, next season's gonna be a good one. That's for sure.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. All right. Thank you very much, everyone, for listening to our guesses for Blue Beetle. Why don't you join us
Yep.
for the actuality of Blue Beetle? Let's go watch the film.
Yup.
We're back. We've seen the film. We've met the Blue Beetle and fam.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
We met several Blue Beetles, as it turns out.
That's true. Who knew there was more than one? Which we'll get to, I guess, in the post-credit sequence that will probably never come to pass, I guess. But either way.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I don't know where to start with this movie.
Let's do a vibe check real quick.
It's fine. It's the most fine superhero movie I've watched in a while. It's not
Yes.
there's nothing wrong with it. It's not bad. It's not great. I didn't feel like I wasted my time, but I finished it and went, okay, that's fine.
Uh-huh.
You on the same persuasion here?
Yeah, pretty much. There's things I really do like about this movie. Like off the get-go, the movie has a very bright color palette,
Yes.
which I was a huge fan of. Like it is maybe a little overexposed in places, but like it is like super color toned upwards till it be like bright and colorful, which I think is cool.
I think that helps a lot, yeah.
Especially considering how many gray things that we've seen.
This
Recently.
superhero movie is serious. It's dark. It's brown.
Yes. Go listen to the first episode of this season for a good example of that.
Gears of War.
Pretty much, yes.
Jack, rip that door.
Why do you always go to that one every single
come
time?
on.
Is it the only line you remember?
No. E-Day. I was in jail.
It's the only line you remember. Okay,
Behind D.
I see.
It's all the same.
It's a
Man.
different game.
Pineapples.
Uh,
I think where the brighter color palette helps a lot is with the suit.
yes.
I think this was the part that I was worried the most about going into this, of like, what is this character going to look like? Not having seen really any of it coming in. And I think even in the introduction stuff where the suit is kind of taking over his body, he's having his like magical girl transformation sequence. All of that looks really good, and I think they leaned into it's really blue and it's really neon, and I think that
Yes.
helps a ton.
And extremely bug-like.
Yeah, even from like when he's first transforming and the like bug is attached to the ceiling upside down. I'm like, okay,
Yes.
we're going kind of all the way on this one.
Yes. I think the start of the movie, his relationship with his sister is very earnest and very humorous. They're clearly the comedy duo of the family.
Well, it feels really
And I
natural too, like the chemistry between the two. Like it's really believable.
yes, and 100% wasted by the end of the movie.
Yeah, because like about in uh, the halfway part of the movie, his sister, whose character's name is I don't remember, um, Milagro. Um, she is reduced to like crying a lot over her dad, which I'm
Uh
not
huh.
faulting her here because her dad totally got murdered. Um,
Uh huh.
and then kind of like not being as present in like the last third of the movie, the big like attack
It
sequences.
feels like Grandma got a big part of that when
Right.
probably she didn't need to.
Right. Like it felt like the whole thing was kind of imbalanced in a way that was a
Hmm.
real bummer because a lot of the actors in this movie are really great. Um, but we kind of don't see a bunch of them, or for the longest time they're not in there until the movie needs a joke or two. And it's like, oh, okay, bring
Hmm.
George Lopez back out. Let's get a joke out of here about his truck. Yay!
Yeah,
I
the
I
taco
the taco is a pretty
because it's a Tacoma.
right,
Like
which is that's pretty good. I kind of like that. I will be honest here. I don't hate George Lopez. I just really don't. I've never found him funny, but it's
hmm
never swung to the like all the way where I'm like, this dude is so unfunny that I just outright hate the characters he's playing or the comedy he tells. It's always sort of like, okay, it's
hmm
George Lopez. Like it's not for me. There's something there obviously, but it's there's the humor really isn't for me. It's not weird enough. But his
Yes,
love
I
affair with
agree.
Taco is like goes a little bit too far, like a little bit too of like wailing about it. It's sort of like, okay, come on, man. Like that's we're going a little too far, I think.
Yeah, a little bit, but
Yeah.
also at the same time, what else is there to talk about in this movie?
We can talk about the fact that Susan Sarandon is in this as the bad
I
guy.
mean,
What
yes.
I this is the most I think in a lot of these movies when we look at her in this season, we look at her, we look at Helen Mirren. These are the both of these are like I'm paying the mortgage, man. Like they're doing an okay job. They're not.
Dude, they don't have a mortgage. They're paying taxes, is what they're doing.
That's true. With the couldn't escape it like Led Zeppelin could. Um,
Because you'll notice that the people who seem to appear in these kind of roles are the people who you believe might actually pay taxes.
right,
Whereas the people who just vanish forever, they're the people who don't pay taxes
right.
anymore.
And she does just like Helen Mirren did in Shazam. She's fine. Like she's making the
Hmm.
most out of an okay script. Like this movie is fun enough and the script is fine enough. It's really not
Hmm.
breaking any new ground if you've seen any superhero movie in the last 20 years. Um, but like
No.
it
It
feels
is
like
a very stereotypical origin story.
it's probably the only movie we have watched probably I guess for this entire show that is sort of like, hey, don't worry about the real villain. You know who the real villain is? Ronald Reagan. It's like, well, I mean, true, you're right, but also it
And
kind of
they're
came out
not
of left
wrong.
field.
Also, this is the hilarious part for me personally in this is there is a whole lot of, and again, we saw this in a different movie. I can't remember if it was this season or not. But the rich versus the poor
Mm-hmm.
conversation,
Yep.
the haves and have not side of this, the gentrification of the neighborhood side of
Yep.
things, and it's like, yeah, this is really good. Lean into it more, please.
Yeah, 100%. Like that's really, especially in 2025. It has been a long 2 years since this movie came out, but the imagery of armed, masked forces storming a brown neighborhood and attempting to disappear an entire family,
Huh?
it hits a lot harder at the end of 2025 than I think
Yes.
we were worried it was going to in 2023. So like I think leaning into that even more would have been like, yeah, who's this like rich white lady that just gets to throw around her millions when she's making a
Oh,
PMC and disappearing this family because the kid accidentally ingested the scarab. Um,
where did it go again?
yeah, yeah, man. I do have to say,
There's a lot of jokes about about how the scarab got inside of him. I'm gonna
yeah,
say that, and
I really wish though that they spent a little bit more time with that incredibly cool sphere in the middle of Antarctica in the beginning of the movie. That thing, especially seeing that thing completely cracked in a couple of places, I'm like, wait, hold on, this thing looks incredibly cool. Like, wait, let's see more of this stuff. Like, we're going inside
you
of it,
mean
and
the
that's
Fortress
cool.
of
But
Bugatude?
that's right, that's right. But like, and it's cool seeing the inside and seeing the scarab in there and everything. But like, it's one of those things of like, okay, this is, you're starting off with a little bit of a bang here. Like, we could hang out here a little bit longer, I think. Um, but yeah, I
I
don't.
will say when he does get the suit finally, um, and he gets it off of him after it does the test flight stuff, which I do quite like the test flight stuff because it gives you an idea of what his abilities are from the get go.
Right. It's a
Um,
good way of introducing people like us that don't know Blue Beetle, like exactly what this thing can do.
mhm.
It's like, oh, I can fly and I can punch some stuff. It's like, no, you got way more stuff in here.
Yes, which we'll get into towards the end of this, because there's two things I specifically want to bring up.
Mm.
Um, but I like the fact that like when he comes back, all of his clothes are gone because they burn off in the suit up
Right.
process.
Yeah.
And I think it's his sister that tells him to put his little chorizo away, and it's just like,
Yeah.
okay,
Pretty.
okay,
It's
I
pretty
can
good.
get behind this.
Yep. Giving him the business about it. Yep. I do really like that they're like starting to clean up the house and patch up a little bit of the stuff, the damage, and then he falls through a different part of the ceiling and makes another giant hole in the
Uh-huh.
ceiling. It's like that's pretty good. um,
Yup.
that whole test flight stuff is
I mean,
pretty good.
we're ignoring like the pool scene, the scene where we get introduced to the young Cord. I don't know her name. Jenny Cord.
Jenny Cord,
Um,
yeah.
I I don't like the fact that the main bad guy's name is Carapax.
It's
It's a little too close to Carapace for my
it's a
liking.
little on the nose. Like it's not exactly on the nose, but it's a little bit like okay, man. Like that's
I mean,
okay. Come
the
on.
age of these comics, like it's to be expected, I guess. Like,
Sure.
I mean,
Well, and
one of
it's
Spider-Man's greatest people is Craven the Hunter, which is just
right.
Craven, really craving.
It's also like it's also a bummer because like you get introduced to Jenny and like she is I feel like completely wasted through most of this movie other than like here's a really
Uh-huh.
attractive woman and she's a scientist and she hates her mom and it's like okay cool and like you get Carapax whose real job is to basically be the mid boss of the movie of like oh man you don't know what she did to me look at these scars and it's just like oh okay sure cool he's got
Yeah.
the OMAC is that what it was called the
Yes.
yeah the
Do you know what it
like
stands for?
oh no I don't remember at all.
The One Man Military Corps.
That's right. I like if there's one thing in this movie I really love, I really love the like Metal Gear Solid 4 PMC military advertisements that Korg um is
Oh, the
Korg.
propaganda
Sorry,
machine
Korg,
code
not
is
Korg, the keyboard
huge.
makers. Yeah, like
Yes,
the
the
PMC.
propaganda machine is real.
It's so good, and it's just like it nails it in a way that I think most of the rest of the movie kind of misses the mark. Um,
Mhm.
Especially with her being like hanging out with the kids and being like, "Don't you want your family to stay safe? Buy my murder backpack." And it's just like, okay,
Yes.
okay, sure, yeah, this is capitalism, baby. Okay, you nailed it.
So
Um,
I will say one thing that kind of it's a very annoying about this.
mhm.
What state is Palmyra City in? Knowing that DC Comics have their own versions of
Right,
regular cities. So
Metropolis.
Metropolis is New York City, I believe. I think
Yeah,
Gotham is meant to be Chicago.
right.
Um, Star City, I think, is meant to be Seattle, I believe, is Star
That
City.
sounds right. Yeah.
What state? Sorry, Star City, I think is LA. Central City, I think, is Seattle.
Oh, okay. I don't know. This to me, this seemed kind of like Central California, but like,
So I got a Miami vibe from this with the pier and the
ooh,
river and everything else.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Interesting.
Guess what state Palmyra City is actually in
Oh
the
my God.
comics?
Where?
Texas.
Ooh, ooh,
Famously landlocked Texas.
boy. Okay. Well, you know, the comic. This is probably a comic from like the 40s or 50s or something. So you know,
Yeah, when
geography.
they didn't know what docks were.
No, yeah, there be dragons here. You know, it's all that, all that stuff.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you know, Texas right on the Pacific Ocean.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
I mean,
Hmm.
it gave him Miami vibe. It's got and again, I might sound a little bit judicial, a little bit judgmental when I say this, but it's got the Hispanic flair of Miami, that vibe, that feel,
Well,
that
then, especially the
the
neon
Latin heat.
of the Blue Beetle. Like to me, when I think of
Uh-huh.
like Miami Vice, I think of the
Yes.
kind of
GTA
neon.
Vice City. Like
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
all giving Miami vibes.
Right. Um, I do have to say the main character who plays Jaime, I think is really great throughout most of it. I think
Uh-huh.
he manages to tread that fine line of like I don't really want to do this and I think I'm the only person that can do it. And it he never gets to be Shinji for Evangelion who's like all the way on the I'm not going to do this end of the spectrum.
Uh-huh.
And then somebody like Shazam who's like, "Well, I'm just going to have a lot of fun with it. Like let's screw it, let's just go do it." Um
Yes.
it that middle ground I think is really hard too. I think there's a for me I think there's maybe a little bit too much in this movie of I'm really not going to kill anyone. I
Uh-huh.
I think on paper that's fine, but when you're fighting against Carapax in the ending and like literally everybody that's in the rest of your family is in genuine trouble, I think that's when you're like, hey, I should probably kill this one dude.
Yes.
Yeah,
The "I'm not a killer" speech that he
exactly.
gives to the bug, and then the bug gives back to him is very interesting.
That I feel
Um,
like that was to me that's kind of the way that you solve that problem, and I think the suit giving him the speech back and stopping him from killing is the only way to realistically solve that, and I think you have to have that back and forth, the like closing the loop on the storyline of that. I think that's the only way that works, and
uh
I think the voice of the suit um at that moment finally paying off I think was really good.
Yes,
Yeah.
I will say I do like the bug cave. like the when they go
Yeah.
to the
Uh-huh.
old Cord mansion and get into the bug
Yep.
cave, which is just great because they go through like Uncle Rudy does this whole like speech about how the Blue Beetle was like Batman, except he had a sense of humor.
I really liked that
And
speech, especially because he recognized that the Blue Beetle was like a hero for them, and by that they mean like people that are poor, people that are disenfranchised. Like he always felt like somebody, a superhero that came from that area and came from that community and really defended them. And I thought that was great.
yeah, and like how it's great how he's talking about it. He's like, yeah, he doesn't deal with the huge stuff. He deals with the stuff here, close by.
Mm-hmm.
And then just one day, whoof, he vanished.
Yeah.
Um, and that's when Jenny's like, yeah, that was my dad, clearly, because you're in your dad's mansion and you used your dad's wristwatch to open the Beetle cave.
Mm-hmm. It.
With I do it's one of my favorite moments in this kind of movie when even though I don't know the character, they clearly are have a huge series of nods
Mm-hmm.
to the old costumes.
Yep.
Um, and I like the fact that there's one costume missing that Jenny lingers on, which is like, okay, that's the costume he must have been wearing when he died.
Right. Right.
Like, I think that's a really cool little touch. I don't like the bug ship.
The walking one, the like walking flying
All
one.
of it. The entire bug ship. This is so the first half of this movie I think is extremely strong. I think
Mm-hmm.
it's genuinely has its funny moments. I think it does a great like explanation of the suit and the powers.
Well, and we get a
And
lot of
going
the family stuff, like the they're building all of this groundwork in a way that I feel is fairly strong.
Yeah, and like you get the shot that Tron ripped off where he cuts a bus in half, except
Exactly.
instead of a cop car.
Yep.
But like I think it's really solid. And then when it gets up to this point where they have to go and attack this castle to stop the because the Blue Beetle gets kidnapped after the dad dies and so on and so forth, and it's
And
whatever.
Susan Sarandon's company is gonna unveil a like hive mind of OMAC and blah 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 blah.
Yes,
Comic books.
PMC is taking over the world.
Yep.
Who would have think? Yeah.
Yeah.
But like I think that from the moment where they introduce the bug ship and the entire family has to go to the island, where it starts to throw in like, yeah, grandma's got a bit of a rebellious past and so on and
Sure.
so forth. I think from here it goes pretty solidly downhill.
Hmm.
Like I get that the family is a part of it, and I think it's genuinely good how much the family is involved in this story. I don't think the family should be involved in the life-defying, like death risk stuff
Storming the
towards the end.
castle. Yeah, because like
Like sneak in, let the Blue Beetle go, and let him deal with the problem. Like that's kind of
I
I don't know. It's like the nature of superhero movies versus the nature of a Hispanic family is what's at odds in this.
mm-hmm. Well, and I think it's interesting because I think a lot of it is shot really well, and I think a lot of it is
Mhm.
paced really well. It's like the back half to third of this movie, they're good action scenes, and there's a lot of good stuff in there. I think that I lost a little bit of patience is maybe not the right word, but I got a little tired, not in a negative way, but a little bit of like, okay, yeah, like he's got to go save his family. Oh, he's got to go save this other family member. Oh, someone left the bug ship. Got to go save them. And it's sort of like, okay, just can we just like stay on the bug ship and like shoot them with the laser guns on the front and like impale more people? Like you just stepped on a dude, and one of the like little robot bug ship feet went through a guy. Like keep doing that, man. Like stay in the
Yeah,
ship.
but then one of the family members yells 20 points, which is super dark.
Right. That is pretty dark. There's a real like gallows humor going on of like, all right, well, just got this bug ship. Let's just mess up these PMCs? Question mark. They killed my dad, so kill them
Uh-huh.
all. Um, Yeah, it's
Yeah, no. Oh, by the way, entering camouflage mode,
mhm, the bug
and it
farts.
just farts.
Yeah, and I was sort of like, I. It's look, I love a good fart joke, but at some point, it's sort of like I don't think if you would find this like fall out of your chair funny, you should be watching this movie. You need to be like 10 years older
Yeah.
than that to watch. If you're 5, you shouldn't be watching this movie for a lot of reasons.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
So can we get as we approach the end of this? There's a whole thing where Hame is in the thing that they're stealing his code. They're gonna kill him.
They're stealing the Blue
Sanchez
Beetle
finally
code.
locks.
Oh my god.
Yes,
It's so bad.
Sanchez just lets him escape, and then
Mhm.
locks the door behind him. Um,
It's Dr.
which
Sanchez,
I
whose
think the
name isn't
payoff.
Sanchez, which is really great.
Yeah, I like. It would have been. I think it would have been a funnier payoff if his name was just a regular name, not 17,000 digits
Oh,
long,
if he was
which
just
is
like, it's me, Paul Jones. It's just like, oh,
like call us or something like that. Like
right.
just a simple name, because that exposes her stupidity and bigotism. Whereas when you come out with 17,000 names, that then becomes a dumb joke
Oh,
instead.
sure. Well, is it a joke to us, but maybe more accurate to what that guy's name would really be? Um,
Possibly.
I also like it
I mean,
because you saw it with the receptionist when he was there for the first day. She called him Jamie instead of Jaime. There's this casual
yes.
racism that is sort of a through line throughout the whole movie, which I think is I was gonna say is really great. Racism is bad. I shouldn't have to come out here and say that. But the like casual, flippant nature of like, yeah, sounds great, Jamie. It's just like, ugh, boy, white people, huh?
Yes, the exposing
Yes.
of how casual racism can be.
But yeah,
Like I think
she's.
that is very, very good.
I forgot about the stealing the Blue Beetle code and uploading it to Carapax's
Yeah,
thorax.
because the end of this movie is mostly forgettable, except for
Yeah.
like when I think the fight between the Olmec and the Blue Beetle, which is the big CG fight at the end of this.
The OMAC looks super
Um,
cool, by the way. That's like a real
yes.
like Kojima design for that thing in a way that I'm like,
So
oh, hello.
this is why I want to talk about, because when they're fighting in the tunnels,
Hmm.
Hame does a "get over here" joke.
Yeah, he does. I forgot about that. Yep. Hmm.
And then when the Blue Beetle tells him that it can create any weapon he can imagine, is it just me, or is that the Buster Sword
Oh, it
that he
100% looks like the
creates?
Buster Sword. Yeah. Like,
Because he then proceeds to do two different limit breaks from Final Fantasy
uh-huh.
VII.
It really looked like it in a way of like, we're going to get as legally distinct as we possibly can, but you also know this is Cloud Strife's sword. Like, come on.
Yeah. Because then he literally does the beam one where he does the big
Yep.
swing and does the beam thing to it.
Yep.
And then he does the other one where he hits a bunch of times, then jumps up and does like the diving attack too.
Yep.
I was literally waiting for him to summon the Knights of the Round.
Or just
Like
wait
that
for
was what I was waiting for. Like I was like, did you really need did you seriously just pull out the Buster Sword?
Right.
Like
You're cramming
like
all of your video game references all of
you're
a sudden.
not that old,
Right.
bro. You're
Right.
not that old.
Right. You weren't around, man.
To get over here, I can understand, because
Sure.
that game has continued and that reference has continued as
Right.
it has received more and more sequels.
Man.
The Buster Sword is a one-time game only thing.
Yep.
So either he's played classic games or he's a big Kingdom Hearts fan.
True. True. But yeah, I think the biggest kind of miss here is the very end of the movie where Carapax turns on Susan Sarandon after he remembers, oh yeah, she turned me into a child soldier, and don't forget Ronald Reagan is really bad. Um, it
Uh-huh.
it's all sort of like he turns on her and super explodes. And it's sort of like, okay, well, that's done. Like, wipe my hands. We're good. It's right off in the sunset in the bug machine. It's like, oh,
Yep.
okay, cool. Oh, that's the end. Okay, cool. That's
Yep. Yep.
that's fun. We do get the short credit sequence of the other Blue Beetle still being alive in the computer? Question mark.
Yes. And then
So
there is a post-credit sequence of the weird animated show that they were watching on television
right,
that they
right.
disrupted the cord industry buildings with.
Yeah, the classic. That's a classic Spanish language cartoon that whose character I never remember the name of until I see it. But that was a really nice nod that they were like interrupting they were interrupting the security system with that, and only one guy was laughing at it, and
Was laughing about it.
all the white guys were just like, wait, what? And he's like, oh, it's that. Okay, never mind. Don't worry about it. What are your final thoughts here for Blue Beetle?
I mean, like we said, I think it is fine. It genuinely is fine. I do think it was an enjoyable movie. It would be a movie I would be comfortable putting on at any time,
Sure.
because I don't think it's an 18. It's nowhere near an 18 joke.
Right.
Like it's nowhere near an 18 rating. So like I think this is a very good kid-friendly kind of introduction into that kind of world. It also feels like that they would definitely, by leaning into it being the newest version of the Blue Beetle, I felt like this was their outreach to the Hispanic community to be like, hey, we got one for you too, kind of thing, in a shilly corporate negative kind of way. Which representation is good no matter what. I've got no.
Well,
I'm fine with that.
and we're not, look, we're two white dudes, so if there is a level of authenticity here for the representation,
We wouldn't know it.
yeah, like I genuinely have no idea. So there's an element of this movie not really being for us, which is good. We're not going to be one of those podcasts that's like, how dare they? There's not enough white dudes in here. Where's get
I was
Chris
literally about
Hemsworth
to make
in
the
here?
exact same joke.
Yeah, like we're not going to come here. So there's a level of like, if this movie is authentic to lived experiences, that is really great. But some of that is just gonna go over our heads a little bit.
And like that's the thing, is like one of the reasons I have the issue with the family is because I don't have that family dynamic,
Right.
like in my life. So I don't know if that is 100% true. I don't know if like the traditionally Hispanic family unit is a ride hard die hard kind of situation where it's like, yeah, we'll destroy you, but also at the same time we will be there when you literally are about to die.
Right. Right. Yeah, I'm of the same thing like we talked about at the beginning of this section. It's a fine movie. Like, I don't think anyone is going to go into it, as long as you're not racist. I think no one's going to go into it and just be like, that was a waste of my time. Like, it's good. The effects were solid. The suit looked cool. Everybody's acting was...
And they even had like an actual physical version of the suit too, which I
Right.
liked.
It looks really good. Like, the scarab looks cool. Like, like everything looked good. It was, written well enough. It was acted well enough. It was good. It was fine. It was an okay movie. But certainly not like the best DCEU movie we've seen. But certainly not the worst. So I'll take it. Let's get to ratings here real quick. IMDb has it set a 5.9 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes has it set a 78% tomato meter, a 90% on the popcorn meter, which might be one of the highest of the DCEU that we've seen.
If we're doing you post Zack Snyder's Justice League,
yeah, I was gonna say post a movie that had a hashtag associated with it. And then on
go ahead.
On Letterboxd, 2.9 out of 5.
I mean, I feel like the 2.9 is low. I feel like the 5.9 is low. I think the 90 is too high But again,
Yeah.
the tomato meter thing is the whole nature of it is that you only get positive or negative.
Right.
Like, I think this is a good seven out of 10 movie. Like, this is not a terrible movie by any stretch of the imagination.
Yeah. I'm probably at the 3 out of 5 realm. Like, it's good. It's I think it's a little bit better than average. I think there's some stuff in there that's outstanding. Some of the stuff we talked about, most of it is positive. I don't think it
Hmm.
I don't think it hits the lowest lows of the DCEU. I don't think it's like Suicide Squad level of lows. The lows in this movie are just fine. Like, they're
Yep.
okay. They're just kind of checking all the origin story, comic book, movie checkboxes, and that's fine. Like, I don't need all of these to be the best movie I've ever seen in my entire life. It's okay for it to be fine. That's way more than we usually
Hmm.
get out of DCEU movies, which is pretty sad, truthfully. But
That is definitely true.
yeah. All right. Got one more movie until we're done with the DCEU, and the DCEU is done with us, more than likely,
For now.
for now, until the
For now.
DCEU rises from the ashes. Thank you so much, everyone, for listening and watching. We do greatly appreciate it. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Ah, boy.